My name is Simon Redden. I'm a driver team manager for LNER, so I look after a team of drivers on the East Coast Main Line based out of London King's Cross. Well, it's quite an extensive role in that. My priority number one, of course, is looking after the competencies of our drivers to ensure that the drivers that we are driving on the East Coast Main Line are driving to the standard that's set down by Network Rail, and ensuring that they're actually at that standard. So apart from that, then of course there's the other areas where the business that looking after recruitment, etc., ensuring that we recruit the right drivers. So day-to-day running of the railway. That's my main responsibility, is the day-to-day running on the shop floor. When we brought EDS into the system previously, we were using paper. So it's a lot of writing, and of course with writing it was having to be filed away in a filing cabinet into a folder, whereas with EDS it became an electronic system, so I had all the information at hand, always at hand. So I can always look at my drivers, I can maintain their competency with ease, really, to be honest with you, because I haven't got to keep checking back files. I used to have flip charts and with dates on, etc. Now I have an electronic system which tells me straight away what's due, how long I've got to do, where they've been, so I can actually check on them all the time. It's developed extensively because I've been part of the group that's part of helping the safety standards team develop more with EDS, with yourselves, to improve the system. So changes that we want and actually make it even more user-friendly. Because when it came in, there were some things that we didn't like, but working with yourselves, we've been able to improve those things, and long may that continue. From a driver manager, the priority is that when we're actually out there, that the information is at hand. So I'm an on-call manager, and as an on-call manager, if we have a driver that has an operational incident, we are able to access every bit of data, and it doesn't have to be just King's Cross, it's for the whole route. When you're on call, you're covering the whole route. Parts of the route it's broken down, so you will get a phone call and you can actually, with EDS, very quickly look at that person's file, competencies, and actually see that driver's driving, if they've had any operational incidents. So you can actually judge your decision better. Every driver manager, every station assessor, every train manager assessor uses it. So we have a hell of a lot of users that are our assessors. Even our training team now use it. Part of our, over the last 12 months, sorry, we've moved our training team into EDS as well. We've created cycles for our training team, so that our training team, and part of that, bringing them across onto EDS, our training team for all our apprentice drivers, something that it was a bit of a challenge, because we have to ensure that that's done correctly, because these are our apprentice drivers. These are the ones that are starting their training, and they need to be correct. The information that we do glean from our assessors is important, because that information sets us up for how we train our apprentices. So if we are seeing trends that aren't right, we can actually use that information to enhance our training team, enhance our assessors. So Melanie from the safety standards can see where things are not right, things that need to be changed. Are we assessing to a high standard? Because at the end of the day, we need to be assessing to a very high standard. We're East Coast, it's the East Coast Main Line, prime part of the route, and we need to ensure that our drivers are the best. And for us, the information that we can glean from EDS allows us to make sure that we train our people, enhance our managers, enhance our staff to be the best. It's a major part of the business. It's a major part of our business. There's lots of, EDS is one part of the business. It's one section. It's, so for us as a business, we use EDS to ensure that our drivers, our trainees, our apprentices are correct, our drivers, our station dispatchers. So it's an important part, because if those drivers are not competent, those train managers, those train dispatchers are not competent, our business does not run. So if we have to ensure that if the Officer Rail Regulator comes in and checks us, and we do get that, they do come into our business, we have to ensure that our staff are at the standard that is required by the Officer Rail Regulator. So it is an important part of our business, because it's the competency of our staff. And if it's not correct, then we can't run our business. Officer Rail Regulator will come down heavy on the business. So it's a very integral part of our business.